This video is about K-pop. I'm heavy into K-pop. I'm gonna freak out in this video a little bit, so bear with me. First K-pop group I have talked about before, and it's BTS. They're like #1 on my list. They're fantastic, amazing, wow, 10 out of 10. I love them so much. And I just want to say how proud I am of them because they were at the American Music Awards. They won a Billboard Music Award earlier this year. And they're becoming so big in the United States. Their first TV performance was at the American Music Awards, and then they were on James Corden and Jimmy Kimmel and Ellen DeGeneres. And I was like, holy crap, I'm so proud of my boys. Like, I'm just so incredibly proud of them. They've come so far. Wow. So I got into BTS around maybe 3 years ago. I still had my iPod 4, so that was like a long time ago. And I remember it so clearly. We were in the car, me and my sister. Mom was taking us somewhere. We were like going out somewhere. And we're going down the mountain and my sister's like, hey, Harley, you listen to K-pop? And I was like, no. And she's like, but you've heard of it, right? I was like, yeah. And she said, well, here, listen to this. I was like, okay, who is it? And she said, it's by this group called BTS. And she's like, it stands for Bangtan Boys. And I was like, where the heck does Bangtan Boys, how does that like transfer to BTS? And she's like, I don't know. And she's like, but listen to this, it's Boy in Love by BTS. And she showed me the video and I listened to the song and I was like shook as soon as I saw it, and I just like immediately became a K-pop stan. Wow. And she was asking me who my favorite was, and she likes Jungkook, and she's always liked him. I liked V, and I still do. V is my bias. But here recently, for the past few months, Jimin has been my bias wrecker. I mean, have you seen that smile? He has a radiant smile, and his face is so shiny. He looks like a glazed donut, and I love it so much. He has like, he's just so cute. And he got that G booty. And then Taehyung is so cute too. That's V. For any of you that don't know, his real name is Taehyung. He's so cute. He's just so adorable, and he's got that little mole on his nose. So cute. He has the cutest little smile, like when he does that little boxy looking smile. Like, oh, it's so cute. And he's got like the prettiest teeth, and he's just like, he's so pretty. Okay, I'm getting like way off. We're supposed to be talking about music, not how pretty they are. So if I had a song to suggest, I'd probably suggest Dope. That has just always been such a great song to me. It's catchy. I actually tried to learn the dance, and I do know it a little bit. And Boy in Love always kind of has a special place in my heart. Silver Spoon is a really, really good song. If you watch like edits, you probably have heard the song put in edits. And when they released Love Yourself, I remember I was like doing my homework or something, but I was listening to the album. And I liked all the songs a lot. Like DNA was really good, and I loved Go Go. But then on their album they have like their Billboard Awards like acceptance speech, and I decided to listen to it because it was just great, and like, you know, Namjoon was talking and stuff. So I listened to it, and then after that mic drop came on, and I was just like doing my work, and I was like, because it was so good. It just like got me so shook. And that's always been my favorite song, and now they came out with the Steve Aoki remix, and when the video came out I was like so shook by it. And you know, I've heard that song so many times, and Love Yourself has been out for a while. I knew the words already, and so I'm like singing in Korean, and then when it gets to the chorus I'm still singing in Korean and they're singing in English, and I'm like, what? So that's another good song, but I suggest you listen to Mic Drop, the original version, before you listen to the remix. It just adds to the shookness. Next is a group that I've just recently gotten into. I have listened to some of their songs in the past. It's EXO, and my bias is Sumin. Oh my gosh. I was listening to one of their songs. I looked them up because I was like kind of trying to make myself get into them because I had heard Transformer and Mama by them, and so I was like, oh okay, I'll just look up the members, and I found a picture. I looked up each of them individually, and when I saw Sumin I was like, that's my bias. If I had a song suggestion, I would suggest Coco Bop. That song is a bop. It's been my jam for like a solid 2, maybe 3 weeks. Monster is a good song, and Call Me Baby. Transformer is a good song, and they have one called Lightsaber, which is fantastic. Another group that I really like is 17. I'm trying to learn all their names, but there's like a gajillion members. I only know S. Coops. I can only point him out from everybody else. A song I really like by them is Monse. That's the first song I heard. And they have one called Very Nice. That's a good song. Pretty You is a good song. I actually heard this song called Cherry Bomb by a group called NCT 127 on a Chuya Nakahara edit. And Chuya is a character from Bungo Stray Dogs, and he's one of my favorite characters, and I saw this edit that had this song on it and I had to find it, and it's so catchy. And one of their other songs was suggested for me. They have one called Fire Truck that's really good too. Another group I'm trying to get into is Big Bang. They have the song Fantastic Baby, which is one of the ones I've heard, and it was so good. Oh, there's this one song that's really good called Good Boy by GDX Taeyang, and it's really good. There's also a group I'm trying to get into called GOT7. I actually had one of their songs downloaded when I had my iPod, called Just Right, and that is such a good song. And I tried to look it up a while back because I was like, I wonder what that group is called, and I could only remember the video where the group was like really small and they were like dancing on this little girl's dresser and telling her that she was beautiful and stuff. And I found it, and I also listened to some other songs by them, but that's another group that I'm currently trying to make myself get into. This is another group that I actually had one of their songs on my iPod, and I don't even know where I found it. I think it might have been a Vine edit. It's by this group called 4 Minute, and one of my friends said they already disbanded, and the song's called Crazy, and it's so good. And I'm trying to get into girl groups. Blackpink is another one. I know Boombaya, and I think another one. I'm trying to get into them. And then there's one other girl group called FX, and they have a song called Dracula that's really good. I think I listened to a few other songs by them, but I just couldn't get into them that much, and I feel so bad too. There's a song called Married to the Music by this group called Shiny. I think it's Shiny, and I'm so sorry if I'm butchering that name, but it is such a good song, and I'm trying to get into that group too. And also Super Junior, I'm trying to get into them. Okay, this is the last person I can think of, and this isn't a group, this is a person. His name is August D, and it's Suga from BTS. It's actually him, and he went under the name August D, and he came out with like a few songs. The only one I've heard is the self-titled song, August D. He's fantastic. But I turned on the English captions because I just wanted to see what the words are, because I'm always curious. And there's a lot of swearing in it. But I mean, his rapping is fire. It's fantastic. So that's all the K-pop groups I can think of, and if you guys choose to look any of these up, please do so, because you won't regret it. You'll get dragged into the hole that is K-pop, and you will never be able to make it out. Ever. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. So before I forget, if you guys want to listen to the songs that I just named off in this video, I do have a Spotify. My username is Harlow98. You can follow me on there. I have a bunch of playlists. I have a Christmas playlist, I have Halloween playlist, I have K-pop playlist. It has all the songs that I told you about. I'm constantly adding new songs to it. I have a chill playlist. I follow Lush Vibes, which is fantastic for studying. I have a playlist called Old But Gold, and that's usually what I play if I'm like cleaning the house with mom, because it's music we both like, and it's got a lot of like old songs like Queen and Eagles and Aerosmith and stuff like that, and it's just like really good. Thank you for watching, and give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you like my weirdness and my interests in bands and stuff. I don't know. But thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!